Hey, what is happening, you guys? So what I'm doing here is just a little video to show you the new breeder tank I made. Now, if you look in there, the biggest fish is the male, and the rest are females. So I set this up, after I started getting so many fry, because I want to start eating my other fish, and I figured, well, I better set something apart. So basically, what I have here, I think it's a 40 or 50 gallon tank. I don't know. I didn't buy it new, so I don't know, but anyways, just got a little air bubbler in there, one male, three females, and as you can see, they're quite content in here. Now I may move this over to my bigger tank and actually start using this for a fingerling tank, which I probably will. But if you notice, on most of my setups, I like to incorporate some kind of plants and some kind of filtration, but we'll get to that in a second. I had made a video where I took the fish and actually sexed them and moved them into this tank. Unfortunately, I knocked the camera over, and some of the video footage wasn't the greatest, so that one had to be done another day. I'll do it again and sex the fish, but there's a lot of videos out there on that, but I may make one to show you how I did it. But these fish are frisky. When I go to move, man, they're flopping all over the place and jumping. And one of the things that I didn't even realize, one of the females, I can't remember which one now, when I pulled her out of the big tank and dropped her in to this one, there was a ton of babies in the net. I mean, real small fry, and her thrashing about in the net, put a lot of them to death. But there was some that I got a few out and put in the breeder tank, but there was a few that actually made it into this tank. Let's check them out. So if you look right there, you can see a couple of small little dots right there. Actually, they weren't in the frame very long, but I'm gonna go up to the top here and see if you guys can see them a little better. Maybe I'll try to put a arrow on. Oh, there you go. You can see them really good there. So I don't know how many actually made it into this tank. Suffice to say, I don't think any are left in this tank. I think the big fish ate them pretty quick. There's one swimming around, and you see the roots hanging out of the parsley I got growing there, which is something I'll go ahead and get to that next, kind of how I set up just a small little plant thing to try to go ahead and enhance the filtration. So basically what I did was I just got a couple of net pots sitting up here on top with on the one on the left there's some parsley in it. Now what I got on the bottom there is a Eco Plus, I think it's a 196 pump, very cheap pump on Amazon. I'll put a link down in the bottom. It's actually been a really good pump. I've used it for some of my hydro setups, and now I'm using it for this. Now I don't know, and time will tell, how much good it's going to be for kind of like pumping out some of the stuff and putting up there the rocks to kind of filtrate it off the bottom. We'll see how that goes. But I know it's been a pretty decent pump. It's not like it's going to put a lot of massive flow in it, which is something you don't want. And I'm not just using this pump alone. I'm actually using a Aquatech 3060 filter for like a regular aquarium filter, which those are relatively cheap too, to about $25 or $30, just to give it a little bit more filtration. Anyways, and this one on the left, what those are some lemon basil clippings. Man, look at that big old lava rock. There's some lemon basil clippings that I got off of a big plant I have outside that's actually been going for quite some time now. I got it from a clipping, and just every once in a while I make more clippings and just keep it going. So basically you can have, in aquaponics, if you get one basil plant growing, you can have perpetual basil. That's something you're not going to run out of. I mean, that's one thing that does just awesome. And basically see what I did there, I just stripped a couple of leaves off the bottom and stick it down in there. We'll see in a few weeks. I actually already know how this result is going because I made that video, just haven't gotten it up yet. So we'll see how that thing worked out, and then I'll actually go over a couple of but actually a couple flaws I made, and I'll do that in an upcoming video. So anyways, guys, thanks a lot for watching. As always, if you have any questions or comments, please don't hesitate to ask. And if you haven't gotten aquaponics, you can start with something like this, real small goldfish tank. If you want to grow some herbs inside, no big deal at all. I'd recommend well, I'll just talk about that in another video, about setting up some of the plant things. Anyways, you guys have an awesome one. Like I say, thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.